Madea is back, and so is Spoilers on Unfiltered. And welcome to another episode. And today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix movie, Madea's Destination Wedding. Round of applause. And excuse my enthusiasm, I'm trying to get up for this because this movie was, at best, hard to watch. um, this is the 13th movie in the just Madea portion of Tyler Perry stuff. This is the 13th movie in the Madea franchise, and in my opinion, this is by far the worst movie in the Madea franchise. I'm going to get into my notes and talk about all the things the movie, but let me go into my personal rant about this first. Um, just a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, or sometime this summer, we just got finished watching Tyler Perry's Straw, which was it was okay. It was it had a lot of plot holes. It was fast paced. It was a mess to be nice, and um, it felt rushed. I know he shoots his movies in like a week. He writes them in like a night. So I know I don't know. If you want to hear what I have to say about Straw, I have a Straw review. So go check that out, and then you can hear everything I have to say about Straw. But that is the reason I feel the way that I do about Medea's Destination Wedding. And it was a hot mess. It has plot holes. The villain in the movie, which is the fiance who everybody thinks, well, appears to think in the movie, is a gold digger. Well, he's used as like the bad guy in my opinion. But in true fashion, like this is a Tyler Perry movie. It's jumbled up. It's a lot happening. It's the slapstick type comedy. Yeah. It takes place in the Bahamas, so they're leaving Atlanta for once, and that's cool. But they went to the Bahamas, and it's more of a backdrop in this movie. And and when I say a backdrop, like the movie is shot more like a TV show rather than a movie. The movie the Bahamas is basically just a backdrop. They're just there in name. It's not really used for scenery or anything like that. It makes me wonder if they actually shot the movie in the Bahamas or did they shoot it on Tyler Perry studio lot somewhere and just dress up the background, because it seems more like that than they actually shot it in the Bahamas. So that's part of my rant. The other part of my rant is this movie, like in all honesty, actually was hard to watch. Um I did actually watch this movie. I wasn't like working on anything in the in between time while I was watching this movie. But I promise you, this movie is for that. And I will also get into that in this review as well. But find something to do if you haven't seen this movie, find something to do when you watch this movie, because in my opinion, this movie is not the type of movie that is just going to wow you and just keep you glued to the screen. And yeah, nah, this ain't it. Um, so reading from notes. Medea's back, and this time she's taking her trademark chaos all the way to the Bahamas that you don't really get a chance to see. If you thought her family gatherings couldn't get any wilder, wait until you see what happens when the Simmons crew takes on this destination wedding that basically takes place over a 2 week period. So all this chaos is going to happen over 2 weeks. Beachside brawls, secrets. It's always secrets, and revelations and all that good stuff like that are going to come out in this movie. But if this isn't the worst disaster movie that you've seen, please let me know what's the worst disaster movie you've seen down in the comments. Before we go any further, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you for watching this. And those are my socials. Go check me out on those. And let's get back to it. Like I said, the movie overview. If you don't know what the movie is about, So this is the 13th movie film in the Tyler Perry Madea's universe. This takes place in the Bahamas. They're taking a family out of Atlanta, like I said earlier. Madea, Brian, Joe, Cora, Aunt Bam, and the rest of the crew are invited to their granddaughter Tiffany's whirlwind wedding to Xavier at the luxury Bahamas resort that I don't even remember the name to. Um, where they definitely don't get a chance to relax because this is not going to be a relaxing trip, and not that a wedding would be, but this is a Tyler Perry movie, so there's not going to be anything very relaxing about it. Predictable mayhem in this movie, absolutely, very predictable. You can almost beat it off of other movies. It follows that same path, in my opinion. You're gonna have secrets are gonna just man secret after secret after secret, and I'm not sure why we have so many secrets, but why not? I guess that's the drama that we're gonna add into the movie. Just all this the $1 million secret, the divorce secret, the you know all these damn secrets. Like I don't know, but obviously all this stuff is going to threaten to undo the wedding before it even happens. And spoiler alert, clearly this is a Tyler Perry movie that we're going to push through, and it's going to end well and all that good stuff like that. But like I said, this movie has a tropical setting that they don't really use, but they have a tropical setting. Um, but most of the movie, like I said, it takes place in the hotels. It takes place in the hallways, the casino, the passport office, the airport, airplane, whatever. And you know, it's the Bahamas is just their name, and it is a very underused backdrop, in my opinion. And the as fun as the Bahamas is, if you've ever been, and they didn't take advantage of any of the Bahamas atmosphere at all in this movie. Um, the film was clearly rushed. It had poor production. Like I said, it. I'm not even like bullshitting. Like the movie looks like when you view it and look at it on your TV, it looks like a TV show. It doesn't look like a. It doesn't even look like a low budget film. It looks like a well shot TV show. So take that as what you will. But tell me, would you guys survive a destination anything or any adventure with the Simmons family in a Tyler Perry movie, or even with your own family? Let me know that down in the comments because I think that'll be good comedy to read later. Because I'm sure it would be funnier than this movie. Obviously, in this movie, Tyler Perry is going to be taking on quadruple roles. He's going to be playing Madea, Joe, Brian. Then I say quadruple because he also wrote the movie, directed the movie, produced the movie. You know, so he has 100,000 roles in this movie, and which is probably why the movie and all of Tyler Perry movies tend and shows tend to follow the same beats. But whatever, you know, whatever. Medea delivers her signature, mix of tough love and all the violent acts that she does, and running through glass and just doing her thing. Um, I didn't think this movie was very funny. There are a couple little funny little punchlines or whatnot. Tyler Perry fans will enjoy this movie. If Tyler Perry fans, when you find this video, and I hope you find it soon, please let me know how you feel down in my comments. I would love to know how you feel, and maybe you guys could educate me on why I don't feel differently. I don't know, but David Mann did his thing. He brings the comic relief as always. Tyler Perry's character Joe, um, one of the other characters that he plays in the movie, that's their comic relief. Tamela Mann as Cora, she did her thing as always. She's usually she's usually in the Tyler Perry movies as just the voice of reason, and but But they basically added Xavier in this movie. Like I said, he's the villain in this movie. He's the antagonist. Believe it or not, even though you don't see him much, in my opinion, but Xavier is the antagonist in this movie, and because all the bad things are, and everything comes basically from like, why are we rushing this wedding? Why are we rushing this wedding? Blah 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 blah. So all the characters are one dimensional. They always are. They probably always will be. No offense. Not trying to destroy anybody's opinion, but no, all the characters are one dimensional. That there's very little character growth. There's very little character movement, especially over a 2 week time frame, and we barely see some of the characters in the right moments. And you know, so let's go through my chaos checklist. This is what I like to do on every video. This is I call it my chaos checklist because this is all the crazy things that I found in the movie that maybe you found or didn't see or whatever. But the first thing on my chaos checklist was the plane boarding scene, and I'm just really just trying to figure out why the hell it took so long. It was painfully long. Um, it really tested my patience. If I didn't want to do this review for you guys, I would have turned the damn movie off. Next, the hotel check-in. The hotel check-in basically was just mostly just there for banter. It didn't move the needle anywhere in the movie. It didn't advance the plot. It didn't do anything for the story. It, like I said right here in my notes, it added a feeling. How can I put this? Because think I was kind of mean. Um, the story was already loose, and this didn't do anything to make it tighter, and it just continued to just be a loose story. It just felt like the movie was thrown together more than written. It was like, hey guys, let's go make a movie. Hey, can you show up? Can you show up? Hey, can you free this weekend? Let's do this. Let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what we gonna call it? I don't know yet. We'll name it later, but it's gonna be a destination wedding movie. Bet I'm in. Let's go for it. But that's basically what this movie was. Um, you had the gas station stick up that was probably the funniest part of the movie, in my opinion. Spraying the gas here all over the whatever, getting the dudes to run away and all that good stuff like that. But you know how that got them to go away, and you spraying gas at a gas station, whatever. But the bachelor and bachelorette parties, that ain't nothing to talk about. It ain't nothing to talk about. We could talk about it, but that ain't nothing to talk about. Family arguments, casino mishaps. It's always going to be a sabotage scheme or a couple of them. You know, divorce, broke, $1 million. When somebody get married, stepdad gonna pay for the wedding. No, I'm gonna pay for the wedding. All that good shit. In 2 weeks, nobody knew about this, and we're gonna do this all in 2 weeks. Whatever. But I've seen the earlier Tyler Perry movies, and they were much better than this. The writing wasn't lazy. I'm not sure at what point he felt like he needed to put out so much content. Maybe it's because he was poor at one point and he came up and making money. You're in high demand. I get it. I would probably do it too. But me, I would probably put other people on and hire writers and directors and stuff like that. Like, you are the brand, like, whatever, like, and you can produce everything without diluting everything that you create. If you pass off some of the work, you have up and coming directors that I'm sure would like a shot that you could teach, train, whatever the case may be. Up and coming producers, up and coming writers, and yet Tyler Perry takes on every role, including starring in the movie, and it just gets repetitive. The writing gets very lazy. The film itself is lazy. Lazy. I apologize. Um, I don't know. I'm not going to get into the whole comedy dysfunction because I'm going to start being repetitive, like I said. Um, the movie just it's the typical Tyler Perry formula: loud argument, slapstick comedy, recycled jokes. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. And especially in the Madea movies, not necessarily Tyler Perry movies in general, but in the Madea movies, same thing. Just now, it feels like the quality of them has gone down because sorry about that, had a slight technical difficulty, but like I was saying, this movie is everything that you don't want. You don't want. So, uh, I'll finish up with this. See, the themes of the movie are, family loyalty, family and dysfunction. Uh, it leans firmly into stereotypes of, you know, heavy language, rubbing people the wrong way, typical Tyler Perry, Madea, typical Madea stuff. It's all stereotypical of Tyler Perry movies. Um, what worked in this movie, in my opinion, Tyler Perry worked in this movie. He did his thing as all in all his roles. A few of the set pieces look very good, and if you're a fan of the franchise and like a lot of the similar ingredients and things that Tyler Perry does in Madea movie, then it works. What didn't work, and the script was very lazy and repetitive. I've mentioned that it was the dialogue was lazy. The script was lazy. The jokes, it was just very repetitive. Brown's brown and Brown's brown and Brown's brown. Like, oh my god. The pacing for an hour and 40-minute movie, it felt like it was 3 hours long. So pacing. Production quality, it was very low. It was trash. It looks like a TV show, but it's a movie. In the story, and the Bahamas was a wasted setting. I'm not even sure why they said it was Bahamas. They could have said, "Hey, we're going to destination wedding on a tropical island. We don't even have to drop the name because we're not going to use the damn thing anyways." So, like I said, the movie meanders around with no damn real narrative focus, and they just throw shit in wherever they could find stuff to throw in, and Easter eggs. It references all Madea movies. And for whatever reason, they set this shit up, and it honestly seems like they're going to try to do a sequel. So I don't know if this is Tyler Perry's last Netflix movie or not, but the way this ends, it seems like they're going to try to go somewhere else next. So watch or not. Last section. Let's get to it. Watch or not. My most exciting section. If you are a diehard Madea fan and you are ready for another helping of the same old shit, then this is your movie. If you are somebody who just enjoys good movies and just likes watching good stuff, find something else because this ain't it. Period, point blank. Watch this for nostalgia only. Watch this if you are busy, if you're at work, and you just want to put something on in your background, or if you're cooking or having some friends over and you just want to just throw something on. This is it. But to just sit down for a movie night, get some popcorn, some wine, kick back, and just try to relax, this should have put you to sleep. And I hope this is the final Madea movie because he was supposed to retire the Madea character years ago, but clearly that was not going to happen. So this has been your review of Tyler Perry, and I'm sorry, this has been in your review of Madea's Destination Wedding. Please come back for more. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am sorry if I destroyed this movie, but it deserved it. like, subscribe, follow, comment, follow me on my other socials. Please come back for more. Thank you and have a great evening.